Hi guys, it's Diana here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you a brand new apartment that is only 2 km away from CIQ and RTS. It's called Veranda Residence 2. So honestly, this is probably one of the best value apartment in this area right now because the price is only around 800 to 900 per square feet, which is really affordable. If you compare it to the apartment closer to CIQ, those are already going for 1,300 to 1,400 per square feet. And because of the land around CIQ is limited, so the units there usually can be very big. So if you are someone who doesn't really need to live within walking distance to CIQ, this place could be a very good option because it's still very close, right? Yeah, it's just about 6-minute drive to CIQ, and there are shuttle bus provided, and also public buses can take you to CIQ as well. So it's super convenient. So if walking distance to CIQ is not your top priority, you will actually have more choices here. For example, if you want to go to Skudai, it's just a straight road down. Within 10 minutes, you can reach shopping mall like Sutra Mall and Paradigm Mall. Another great thing about this project is that it's very friendly for buyers who may not have a large amount of cash for a down payment, because here you can actually purchase with zero down payment, which is really affordable, right? You will only need to pay a booking fee, and once your loan is approved, you can secure the unit you like. The whole process is quite smooth and not complicated at all. So now let me show you more details on this project, yeah? Let's go! Okay, so right now I'm actually standing at the sales gallery and car park area here of this project, and this spot is actually the exact location where the Veranda Residence Phase 2 will be built, yeah? So the showroom here will actually eventually be demolished to make way for this project. So as you can see, this project is located in what I would call a residential golden triangle because it's surrounded by 3 different apartment developments, okay, in the same area. So that's why living here will be quite convenient in terms of daily needs, because many of these apartments will have retail shops on the ground floor, so you can simply walk downstairs to access shop, food and other services, yeah? So it's quite convenient. Okay, so right across from us, you can see Veranda Residence Phase 1. So this is Veranda Phase 1, so which has already been completed. So if you're interested in Veranda Phase 2, you can actually come here and take a look at Phase 1 first, because the Phase 1 will be built with a very similar design and concept. So this will give you a pretty good idea of what the final product will look like, okay? So next to Veranda Phase 1 is another project called Trellis, which is currently almost ready for key collection. And right beside Trellis, there's another project that's still under construction called Avenue, which is also developed by the same developer, MBW Group. So eventually, this whole area will form its own integrated mini township concept, which the developer calls it as a MBW city, yeah? So basically, this is a little background about the developer behind this project, yeah? So the developer is called MBW Group, and it's actually quite a well-known local developer here. So what you are seeing here are some of their past projects. So development like Thomas Heights, Idaman Heights and Pandan Heights are all part of their portfolio. So over the years, they have built quite a strong reputation in the market, yeah? So up until today, they have successfully handled over more than 4,000 units, which really shows their experience and capability as a developer, yeah? Their track record has been very solid, so they are definitely considered a developer with strong fundamentals and plenty of experience, yeah? And what's also quite impressive about MBW Group is that they are very good at taking over and reviving other projects. For example, the Sheraton Hotel was one of the projects that was taken over, and projects like MBW Bay are also part of their portfolio. So in fact, one of their strengths is taking over abandoned or store projects and bringing them back to life. They step in, restructure the development and successfully complete it. And if you think about it, a developer must have very strong financial backing and a lot of experience to confidently take over project like that. So based on their track record and capability, I would say this is a developer you can definitely have confidence in. Okay, so basically this is what the exterior of the apartment will look like. So the overall design uses a black and grey theme, which give it a very modern and sleek look. So in total, there will be 4 towers here. Phase 1 is the one I showed you earlier that has already been completed. So now some of you might be thinking 4 towers, doesn't that mean it's going to be very high density? But actually that's not the case, because each tower only has a little over 300 units. So even when you combine all 4 towers together, the total number of units is roughly equivalent to what some developments have in just one single tower. So overall, I will still consider this to be a relatively low density apartment. So for the layout of the building, level 1 to level 6 will be the car park. However, if you actually prefer lower floors, there are a few very limited units available on those levels as well. Okay, it's over here. So the main residential floors will start from level 6 up to level 31. Okay, with 31 floors being the highest, yeah. As for the facility, they will be located on level 7. So things like the gym and other shared facilities will be on that floor. But honestly, one of the biggest highlight of this project is really its location. If you are heading to CIQ, it's only about a 10 minutes drive, which is very convenient. On top of that, the developer has actually spent their own money to build a flyover bridge nearby to improve the traffic flow. Yeah, this is the bridge for you. So this helps residents avoid congestion and gets to CIQ and RTS much more efficiency. So overall, in terms of accessibility and convenience, I would say this location is really quite attractive, right? So now let's talk about the unit types and the pricing. So basically for this project, they have 3 different layouts for you to choose from. So the smallest unit start from 1+1 bedroom at 632 square feet, and the largest goes up to 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom at 1023 square feet. So actually there are quite few options for you to choose depending on what you are looking for. So in terms of price, the 1+1 bedroom unit start from around 558k. For type B, which is the smaller 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom layout, prices start from 700k, and for type C, which is the bigger 3 bedroom 2 bathroom unit with more than 1000 square feet, prices are start from about 827k. So honestly, I would say that the price is quite reasonable, right? Especially when you consider the overall space and layout of this unit. The developer has actually designed this unit to be quite spacious compared to other projects in this area. So now let me bring you guys to our showroom to have a look on the design and the layout. Let's go! So now I'm going to bring you to check out this showroom. This unit is about 1023 square feet and it comes with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's also a dual key unit, which means you can stay in one side and rent out the studio unit on the other side to earn some rental income, yeah? So basically this area here is the foyer, so you will have some space to place your shoe cabinet and things like that. And once you enter through the main door, you will see that because this is a dual key unit, right? So this room can actually be rented out separately. So I usually refer to this side as a studio unit, yeah? So over here, there's also a space where you can install kitchen cabinet so your tenant can do some light cooking here. Okay, it will be more convenient for them, yeah? And as you can see, the space here is very big and it's basically a full studio concept. It also comes with its own private bathroom, yeah? So for the bathroom, everything will be fully furnished by the developers, so it's all be nicely done and ready for use. And coming out from the bathroom, this will be a bedroom area. So overall, the space is really spacious. You can easily fit a king-size bed here without any problem. Of course, if you are planning to use the whole unit for your own stay, then this room can actually be your master bedroom because the space here is very big, yeah? So when we come out from the studio unit, if you decide to stay on this side yourself, you can actually just add another door here and it will officially become a proper dual key unit, yeah? And once you enter from this door, this area will be our dining area. You can place any shape of dining table here, round, square or long, or no problem at all. Okay, and right beside it, yeah, here will be our kitchen area. If you prefer a closed kitchen, that's also possible. You can just install a door here so the cooking smoke won't spread to the rest of the house. Okay, and for this project, the developer will provide the upper and lower kitchen cabinet, including the hoods and the induction cooker. So next to the kitchen, you will also have a yard area here where you can do your laundry, dry your clothes and place your washing machine and dryer, so it will be very convenient. Okay, and over here is our living room. So the living room is quite spacious and you will also get a large window here which gives the whole house really good natural lighting. So this side here will be the common bathroom, and just like the other one, it will come fully furnished by the developer. Okay, and next to it is the second bedroom, which is the smaller room, but the space is still very decent. You can easily turn it into a gaming room, study room or guest room. Okay, And finally, this is a third bedroom, which is the master bedroom. You can even place a king size bed here with no problem. Okay, so these are some of the key details about this project. So for buyers here today, all the legal fee will be fully waived by the developers. Yeah, so all the legal fees will be fully free for you. And another good point is that the foreign buyers are allowed to purchase here as long as the SPA is above 500k. So overall, it's quite a good deal, right? But of course, things like MOT and stat levy will still need to pay by the buyer because the developer will usually only cover the legal fee that is related to the purchase. So if you are really interested in this project today, you can definitely contact me as soon as possible because this showroom will only be open until the end of this month. After that, it will be demolished to make way for the construction of this project. So if you don't want to miss the opportunity, you can just choose to call the number on the top left or just come and WhatsApp me. Then I will bring you come here and view our showroom. So that's all for today. I'm Diana and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!